So we're here again at RVA Katana. It is Saturday, and we are here with some demonstrations. No, that's right. You can be in the thing. That was John Smika, who is a sensei over in Stanton. He teaches Iaido, Jodo, and Kendo. This is Maddie and Bryce. They are.
There you go. Slower even from there. So when you're here.
They are students in our class, which is basically Basics of Japanese Swords Art, which is taught by Scott Takahashi over here in Richmond, Virginia. And we'll be here throughout the day. Well, I don't know if we're going to be here throughout the day, but some of the people will be here hanging out, doing some basic sword stuff. You can see Sensei. And we're here, actually, just to let you know. There's Sensei Scott right there. Oh, sorry about that. And we have a lot of swords on sale today. The ones right here are anywhere from $50 to $70 off. Chinese swords, pairs, swords from Cloudhammer, some Weeb swords, folded steel swords. Oh yes, and John Smika wants to hawk his long swords. They're all on the longer side. But we'll be showing some of the training here. Hey Chris, thanks for responding. Oh wow, someone here trains Iaido in Japan. Which Ryuha?
Drag it out at the end a little. Stop.
Stones and Bones says so many. Yeah, we have about 300 different types of swords here, plus several which have I guess are mass produced, and so we have multiple models of them. I say mass produced in terms of they are all forged and wrapped. But, yeah. So we have a Shinden Ryuha practitioner. That's pretty cool. Whereabouts in Japan are you? Yeah. John Smika. So over here is Sensei Scott. He's been doing Japanese sword arts for about 40 years.
So keep this in your center. Don't have this back here.
He is Sapporo, Hokkaido, samui na. Stones and Bones. No swords schools where I am, so just train basics in my backyard. You know, there are a lot of great backyard cutters out there. If you go to YouTube, Eric Hussein is a lot of fun to watch. Kings Fisher, he's in Canada, really very self-taught.
Yeah, stand up more. Mr. Excalibur is another good one.
Scott, Tamoto Sensei. Who's Tamoto Sensei of Shinden Ryu? Do you know him?
Shinden Ryu?
Mm-hmm.
I know Shinden Do Ryu. I don't know Shinden Ryu. Tamura Sensei?
Yeah. Somebody in Sapporo.
Oh, Sapporo. Hokkaido ga sugoi.
Hokkaido.
Wow, I don't know. I don't know who that is.
I don't know some Hokkaido.
Yeah. Sendai is the farthest north I've ever been.
We're too warm-blooded to go to Hokkaido.
You should.
I need katana training. We all need katana training. I just started it myself this year. It's tons of fun. So, but you know, I've been doing Wing Chun for 26, 27 years. You know, do the swords, little short swords, but and then later I started studying Chinese Jian. But this is the year I started learning katana. I was selling them, so I was like, I want to learn how to use them. And tons of fun.
Or I try to get my hands on it. And then I have a few swords that I buy specifically these on fitness.
Just sheathing and unsheathing takes dedication. Yeah, totally. That's one of the cool things. The entire discipline behind it. I think they'll start me with wood or bamboo swords. Yeah, we oftentimes use bokkendo, and you can see that Sensei Scott here has a white wood bokken. So that's what we train with to begin with before we start going over to Iaido rather. I took Kendo, Mavewitch. You've been a big fan along. Thanks for joining us. Yeah, Kendo's a ton of fun. I took 2 classes, but I have really awful ankles. Wasn't that great? I have the same broken at home to train. I know you mean bokken, but I'm going to make fun of you for that, man. Where do you train Kendo?
cut is going to be like this.
Should I buy a practice sword, or do you think they will provide? Jake, I think that really depends on where your school is. I would imagine that they might provide a trainer to begin with, but ultimately it'll be up to you to get your own swords. In Calgary, wow, a lot of people from cold places like Hokkaido and Calgary today.
I don't care about speed. There's nothing to do. There's always a
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Stones and Bones here. If you're going to be dedicated to a martial art, if you want to get into it, buy the sword. Usually a bokken, you can get, cheap one for $25. But expensive ones, you're looking at 75, 80, and more. But you really don't need to drop a whole lot of money for a bokken. So Bryce in white and Matt in left, they trained in the Ido in Virginia Beach, Virginia. But then now they train with us here as well, doing more of what we call Sobutsu Koryu. So Sobutsu means like comprehensive or complete. Bujutsu is kind of a martial art. So it's a complete martial art. It's a Sengoku Jidai, so a Warring States period martial art, which is based upon rather. Scott teaches us basics. He does a lot of different types of Japanese sword, the Japanese martial art, and so he teaches us basics that are not Ryuha specific. But his main thing, he has full transmission license in Kukushin-ryu, which is solid. So Bryce, this might be mirror image, I don't know, but the guy says the guy on the left, which you're left of the screen, assuming it's not mirror image, you're solid, man. Yeah, the cold temperatures in Hokkaido, oops, is no joke. It's gonna be my first winter here. Ja, ganbatte ne. I always wanted to go to Hokkaido. When I lived in Japan, I wanted to go to Hokkaido and see the snow festival. But yeah, good luck with that. So yeah, we're really lucky. Once again, we're here at RVA Katana. For those of you who are just joining us, here in Richmond, Virginia, we are a pop-up sword store. I've been selling swords out of my Wing Chun Kung Fu school for about almost a year. It'll be a year next week. And we also have started a sword class here. It's kind of small confines, but we still make it work. We've had people, as many as 12 people. And so for now, we have a couple of sword teachers who are doing demos. That's Scott in the white, and John over here in the left. John teaches Iaido, Jodo, and Kendo over in Stanton, Virginia, which is about 2 hours away, depending on how fast you drive. And so Bryce and Matt go to Virginia Wesleyan, which is down over in Norfolk, Virginia, and they will be doing a demo pretty soon. So, free sword, no. So Jimmy D33Z asks, what style is this? Is this from Kukushin-ryu? This is from Kukushin-ryu. My guy in the white. Oh, we have a
Kukishinden, Bujinkan.
My guy in the white. Okay, yeah, whatever, dude.
What do you say?
No, I'm just being a jerk.
What do you say?
My guy in the white may have been bulk training with Steven Seagal.
Yeah, look, man, when you're 52, it doesn't come off like it did when I was probably your age. And I was in a wheelchair with a broken back for 2 years, so yeah, it doesn't come off so easy.
Yeah, people can be such assholes. Thanks, dude. Also, I have friends I met at Banff, and I have a Tenugui that my friends gave me, and they are from. That's pretty cool. Jake Live, you ask if I sell online. Yes, go to rva-katana.com. We're having a big sale this weekend. $5 off everything on the site, and up to $70 off of some items. Chadwick Myers loves the sword you sell, hoping to buy one someday. Thank you. Hope you do. Scottish Samurai, I used to do spear training at a place that did Shinkageryu. Spear training is.
Oh yeah, Shinkageryu is awesome.
Yeah, I love spear training. Some fun stuff.
Yeah. What are you guys doing next?
We're gonna try and run.
Maeve Witch, you've also been training Kung Fu. What kind of Kung Fu? How do I get a wooden sword? Depends on where you are. There are a lot of places. You can get some decent ones on Amazon.
You sell the wooden ones online too?
No, I don't sell any. Oh, the Takamitsu? No, I don't sell any of them online.
I bet you people buy them.
What's that?
Takamitsu online? An online store. Alright, let's go. Hey, ready, guys?
taking a short little water break. So while they're doing a water break, I'm going to take you on a grand tour of the shop again. Of course, they shifted. So we have all these sword stands that I built myself. I brushed off these shop skills that I hadn't used in 30 years, 40 years, and built these sword racks that have wheels. And so this is a training space. And when we're not training, these swords get wheeled into a locked storeroom. Here we have Daisho pairs. These are swords that are basically, I work with several forges in China, and they send me swords that I don't actually have to pay for until I sell them, so they're on consignment. So a lot of these guys are like very inexpensive. Here we are. These are anime swords. Basically, from the bottom we have Ghost of Tsushima, the Sakabato from Rurouni Kenshin, then some anime Demon Slayer ones. Oh, check this one out here. This one up here is not really a meteor sword, but it's based upon Sokka's meteor sword from The Last Airbender. Over in here we have Tachi, and over in here we have folded steels and also pretty cool Hamon swords. Tanto, these are spring steel swords, good for practice. Some Chinese style daggers. These are all swords under $100. Moving right along. Ah! I'm so fat I can't fit through the door. And then in the window we have some more cheaper swords, so if anyone breaks it, they won't get too nice of things. And then here, these are the practitioner grade swords. Well, actually, both practitioner grade and artistic swords. So these are made by Cloudhammer Steelworks, which is a company based out of Taiwan, and they make swords out of industrial steels. So we are. Okay, enough of me talking. I was just waiting while they were taking a break. Okay. Well done building the sword racks. Thank you. It was a lot of fun. Actually, no, it wasn't. I take it back. Oh, wow. Train with Simu Liu. That's pretty cool. He's a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, so the battle this is Katate Make. Yeah, so just trying out the brand. And then
Oh, he's talking about his sword.
compared to other stuff I had.
A lesson here.
A lot of things that are similar, and just there's no reason to have like 7 blades.
Once again, this is John Smicka, who trains about 2 hours away, teaches. He's talking about his long swords. He has a thing for long swords. We like to make fun of him for it, but we love him. So this sword is, how long is that sword, John?
This is a 32-inch blade and a 13-inch scut.
So for comparison, most blades, the standard one are 27.5 inches, so he's getting an extra 5 inches
Here,
there.
for comparison, this would be a normal one for typical Japanese who's like 5'5". I'm 5'10".
How do I get one of your swords in Canada? So Mavewitch, we can ship it to you. It costs about $25, but then you have to pay duties on it. Haha, I was trained in Sutayu, Gunfu. It's great stuff. This is a pretty cool sword he's handing back to me. I got it. You're the tiger.
Surely Mitsudo. Matthew Jensen would approve that.
Yeah, this is Year of the Tiger sword. I'm just worried about getting customs. It does not tend to be a problem in Canada. It goes right through customs. I have the purple one in the middle rack. I'm trying to figure out which one that is, but okay. We have several.
I like watching him just.
That one maybe? That one is made of 51 CRV4 German spring steel. The one with the purple one. Yeah, that one's a little different. It might be the same on the outside. I'm just going to hold it in front of you here. Oh, cool, thanks. It is, this one is actually made of German 51 CRV4 spring steel with I think it has a bohie. Yeah, that one has a bohie.
I can get a little bit.
Yeah, not a whole ton of tachikaze. The cool things about these swords is the springiness in them. 51 CRV4 is a spring steel. Thank you. So,
You can come up right here. And do your correctness and process about.
We're gonna bow the training area.
I'm coming here. So this is mine of the same kind. I think this is, this is mine. So this one does not have a bohie.
Well, the second one to the train, they're about find the same place and then on the sword.
Okay. It'll come back to true.
There you go.
It's unfortunate that some countries don't allow you to bring swords back without special license. Isn't that the truth?
Hey!
So do you have any that are clay tempered? Yeah, we have a lot of differentially hardened. I like the term differentially hardened because not all of them are truly clay tempered, but that have a different temperament. So for example, this one is differentially hardened, but with a very beautiful polish to it. Do you want to? Here, show it off. Model it, baby.
Pull!
Bring it up close because it has a really pretty polish.
Yeah.
So you can see
It's
this
a
one.
fire hamon.
Or tsunami hamon in this case.
Yeah, or tsunami.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the whole sword is tsunami themed. So the habaki, which is really cool. It's one of the more interesting habakis I've seen.
That's the sun and the moon
And
version.
the tsuba and all the fittings are tsunami themed.
So yeah, we do have, this is one of the clay tempered
As
ones.
is the saya.
I'd like to say I designed this one, so I'm pretty proud of myself. RVA Kana, so my Tenugui is a production to a dojo in Japan. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Close.
Oh, the guy says fake jutsu. Huh, it's him again.
Pull! What's so fake jutsu about it?
I don't know, he's just an asshole. Are they made traditionally? Some of them are made traditionally in terms of they are hammer forged, and some are stock removaled. That's a gorgeous hamon. Yes, it is. I'm a big fan of it. I'm actually getting a few more swords with that very similar hamon.
It's like Jay and Silent Bob, where you drive to the guy's house. Somebody says something on the internet, you drive to their house. We're looking for, with the screen name.
Do you have a personal sword, family crest?
778.
Can you do a family sword, personal crest? Where do you want the family crest? So that is doable. It really depends. How can I buy one from you? Go to rva-katana.com. Not everything on site, everything in store is on site. I'm very lazy about taking pictures, and I'm not a product photographer, so we don't have everything on site. But I'm going to be doing these live shows every now and then. I'm taking people through tours of the store shop and doing swords. What are y'all doing here? They are preparing for a demonstration. At their university, they are going to be doing a demonstration. This is a Kukishinryu sword kata. Some comments were filtered to protect the community's experience. So on the hilt, do you mean like on the tang or actually on the outside?
Sit down the heels for a second.
It has a bohi. Trust me. Bohi versus no bohi or like 32. So bohi is
On the tang, yeah, we can do that. What we need is a PLT file because it will be laser engraved. So yeah, we can do that on the tang.
so just removing just a little bit. These are 8
It's pretty much
That's on that in terms of doing the laser engraving. That's on the Cloud Hammer swords.
make it a 32.
I don't know if my other forge partners can do it. I would have to ask. So the Cloud Hammers are much higher quality swords. And I'll show you some over here in a moment here. Well, I'll let these guys, they're taking their time. So I will show you another Cloud Hammer sword. This one here. I'm coming back around. You can see that this one has that design. And if you go on the other TikToks, I've shown some where I actually cut with the sword. You can see how well it cuts. It is a U sword because I have cut with it. But I don't know if you can see it here. I don't have this on a mirror image, or rather, I'm using my front-facing camera, and so I can't tell if you can see the Damascus pattern. This is called Sanmai Damascus. It has a Damascus jacket surrounded by a Hitachi tool steel. So this is Cloud Hammer. They do some really excellent work. This is a fully functional sword, a very practical Damascus sword. Most Damascus isn't super practical in sword length. Knife is a different story. You don't have to worry as much about breaking because they're so short. Love the red and black. They are my favorite colors. So, is this for martial arts? So we sell some swords that are, for actually cutting and drawing practice, and then some swords are just pretty swords that are all functional, but they're more suited for decoration than they are for cutting. I mean, you could use them as home defense in a pinch. Hopefully, you would never have to. So for those of you who are just joining, we are at RVA Katana here in Richmond, Virginia. We are a sword shop that's a pop-up inside my Wing Chun Kung Fu school. And you can see here that we have about 300 different types of swords. And we do sell online. If you are interested, go to rvakatana.com. We're having a Black Friday sale, and nobody is walking in today. Today's been kind of even slower than a regular Saturday. But we also have some teachers who are here doing some demos, including our teacher, Scott, who teaches our sword class. And then over here we have John Smicka, who teaches Kendo Jodo Iaido over in Stanton, Virginia. Not Stanton, he teaches in Harrisonburg. Well, yeah, Stanton, I'm sorry.
Yes. Think of this. Think of it like this. Look, and it's pretty much.
You craft them? No, I design many of them, and then I have forges put them together for me. But I do not have any such talent to actually make a sword from scratch. Uma Thurman would love this. I have issues.
And the main difference between them all is going to be the fittings. This is the only 29-inch blade.
Do you sell Hattori Hanzo swords?
And then
I assume you mean,
27
the Kill Bill base swords. We do have some with that saya on it. That's sort of that demon-looking saya. I'll show you. Hold on.
So, what you want, right? The next question for a beginner is not fancy.
So I'm saying.
It's just, because it's
So you can see this one here is the Kill Bill looking sword. As for Hattori Hanzo, the true historical character was a ninja who helped to establish the Tokugawa shogunate and was not a swordsmith. Whitey martial arts is hilarious. Yeah, sure, dude.
But I paid $350 for this back, and I just sat there and
Do you have katana with Hirazukuri's geometry? We currently do not. Actually, we've gotten several requests for them lately, and so I'm talking to Cloudhammer about doing a production run of some Hirazukuri.
I also kind of like a little heavier blade. This is just
Hey, John, the sword that you got, the one you just got, is that a Hira or a Shinogi?
which one?
The one that you just got from Shinken of Swords, the L6. I'm just, whoa. We're just asking because we got a sword for John Smicka over here. It is a Shinken of Swords, and we were cutting mats with it yesterday, and it was just flying through them like butter. So it might be a Hira, but I didn't look at it very carefully.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, and it's got a really cool. So, I like the sword bag for one. A lot of companies chintz on this. This is actually a nice design. Okay, Sageo.
So this is L6 steel.
And fittings, not bad. Interesting, a different size, not just being in.
Rib for her pleasure.
Yeah. It does have.
So it is a Shinogi Sukuri.
It does have a pretty aggressive, not touchy style sword, but pushing it.
It really cut. It was flying
This thing
through beach
is-
mats.
If you look, we cut a lot of mats with this, and I can't find scratches anywhere on it.
To be fair, it was beach mats, and they tend to be very forgiving. But if you notice here, it has a very thin Sugoha hamon. If you want to scooch it this way a little bit. Yeah. So the hamon itself is kind of a very thin look to it.
Yeah. And this thing is, yeah. And he can get you these.
It is a weight, but after we tested it, it was definitely worth the wait. It was a wonderful sword.
So it was about a 6-month wait for us to get this.
It will kill. Yes, we're channeling our inner. Have you heard of the Paul Chen sword? I assume you mean like Hanwei swords from back in the day when Paul Chen was still involved with them. Actually, his son is Ron Chen is forging some beautiful swords these days.
Out of Taiwan.
Out of Taiwan. We don't have any Paul Chen swords here, but I think actually Scott, you have an old Hanwei, right? You have the Orchid.
Yeah, or as he says, orchid.
Orchid, yeah.
Yes, orchid. I've pretty much had everything on with me over the years.
So yeah, we do. So he has a Paul Chen sword, but we do not have any here. I would actually.
You're able to get them though, right?
A real Paul Chen sword?
No, but the Hanwei brand.
Oh yeah, we can get the Hanwei brand. That's not a
It's
problem.
hit or miss. The quality has changed post fire. It's not like it was in the old
Yeah.
days.
Yeah, Hanwei used to build out of Harbin, China, and then they had a big fire. Or no, sorry, Dalian. And so they had a big fire, and after
Paul
that,
Chen left.
and Paul Chen left.
So it really, the quality is
So
not quite
if
what
you
it
want
used to
a Cass Iberia sword, check out Dragon King, man.
be. Dragon King, man, I'm
And,
like
and
impressed.
John King can get you Dragon King. They
It's
are,
Kong to you, just saying.
They are a subsidiary of Cass Iberia and Hanwei, and they make some fantastic stuff, especially in the longer blades. The Winter Sun is probably my favorite sword that they make, and I own
Dragon
one
King.
right now.
We've got to cut with Dragon King, and we didn't cut tatami. We did cut tatami with them, and they
But
cut pretty well.
mainly bamboo and pretty tough bamboo.
Yeah, I remember cutting through a pool noodle. I just went through pool noodles. Like, pool noodles are actually hard. They're harder to cut than tatami in many ways because
They flex.
they flex.
So if you're not dead on with your angle, it just bends.
How much was the L6? It was probably, I think, new. It's $400. We were able to get a deal. Go to shinken-swords.com and look up L6. Find the price. Then write me at rvakatana.com, and then I can try to get it for you cheaper. Just know it's going to be a long wait. He'll promise 3 months, and it will take a lot longer.
This one, if you want this specific one, contact John directly to get, because it's buried in their website.
Yeah, we looked for it last night.
It took forever.
I don't know. So a lot has changed. Back in the 80s, early 90s, it was Hanwei or Nihonto or some kind of zinc
Cold
alloy.
steel.
And Cold Steel really wasn't viable for sales. So there wasn't anything. We were buying $3,000-$5,000 Mume Nihonto and bringing them back and beating the crap out of it. And then when Hanwei hit the scene, it was amazing. And then something happened in the last 10
years.
15 years. All these other forges came about, and I was kind of a snob in regards to, like, I'm not going to spend another $2,500 for a sword to cut. Are you freaking kidding me? Now you don't have to spend, oh my God, the quality of the stuff, some $1,000 is amazing.
He's buying swords because of me.
Yeah,
Because
I mean,
I'm buying all these, testing them. and
Yeah,
then
until I
giving
got a chance
feedback.
to cut with the Dragon Kings, I was like, yeah, whatever. How good can a $400 or $500 sword be when you're used to $5,000 and up Nihonto? I'm like, okay, how good can it be? And then if you put your pride in your back pocket and just cut with them, it's like, holy crap, it's solid.
Yeah.
Hishigami, it's a full Samegawa. You knew you have the ska, that's the length you want. Oh my God, it's like insane. And the Sori on this is stupid. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
but it works.
Yeah, I love it.
It works
it's
without
a game
it.
changer,
And the thing with us is we're practitioners, so
So at the end,
the steel doesn't matter to us as much as the tsuba to the kashira. This part, because we're using these a lot, whether it's kata or cutting, we care more about this fit and finish than anything else.
Nothing's worse than falling in love with steel and then finding out the rest of the sword is crap.
And spending
After a
like
month.
500 plus
Easy.
on this.
Cottontail Customs probably has a backlog of people that have bought awesome swords. The handles were so poorly made that,
Yeah.
or you do it yourself with duct tape
Or
or electrical tape.
electrical tape or the racket tape.
Oh, yeah, we were there. Yeah, it's all changed, but what's kind of interesting is that what I love about Cloud Hammer is you pick the steel you want and then build the rest of it yourself. So if you want 11-inch ska or 12-inch ska or James Williams 15-inch Nagamaki ska, you can do that. You can say, I want full Samegawa and I want it in black. I want Hishigami. I want Japanese silk, not synthetic silk. I want this Tsuba. I want this Fuchikashira. I want Oxhorn. They'll make it the rest exactly how you want. So out of the box, you're getting exactly what you want without having to say, I compromise. I love the blade, but the handle was too short. Or, it's just what's amazing is that you pick the steel you want and build the rest the way you want. It is a game changer.
you take it out.
But man, I'm having so much fun with these $400 and $500 swords. I never would have thought. I've had so much fun.
You hear that cha-ching? Someone sold. I wonder if they were watching this live stream. Okay, back to the fun here. Or maybe they're done. I don't know. Oh no, they're pretending the sword's the area, so they're not done. They're just starting up.
Wait. No, you're done.
Oh yeah.
At that point.
Oh, so we already did this.
So for those of you who are just joining, we are here at RVA Katana in Richmond, Virginia, and we are doing a live stream of a demonstration for the Black Friday weekend. We are having a big sale on swords. See, they're talking about swords, so for their things, I'll show you here some of the swords that we have in shop.
Plus, it was an $80 sword.
Wooden swords there. That is, they are real. They have like all the fittings of a real sword, but They have wooden blades, ugly sword bags, spring steel swords here, good for basic practitioners. Tachi, and then up there are some high-end kobuse and samai, which are laminated blades. Here we have folded steel blades, Chinese daggers there, some anime swords there, Chinese Dao and Jian. Here we have 2 swords that are on sale for $80. The forge basically told us to liquidate it for them, so we have some really inexpensive swords. Hot Pond says you're looking for a boken. You know, honestly, for shipping and everything, you're better off going through to Amazon because you can get a decent boken for like $25, free shipping.
So this was, oh, not this one.
Literally the cost of like a Sageo strain for y'all.
Yeah.
That's all it's
Waiting here. These are swords that are mostly by Cloudhammer Steelworks. Cloudhammer is based out of Taiwan, and they make a lot of steels out of modern-day industrial tool steels and spring steels. Very high performance, generally pretty high quality. Okay, I think what we are. Okay, oh, here we are. We can see John. Listen, you can listen to the what's called the tachikaze.
Get that closer so you can hear.
Okay, let's see.
Oh, we could hear it.
Oh, you can?
Oh, go ahead and do it.
All right. I just don't want to cut out.
Yeah, I don't want you to cut my stuff.
In a good sword, this is effortless. You don't have to muscle for kaze. And you should be able, a good sword, you should also, it should be balanced enough that that should be comfortable. Some swords are so tip heavy, you can't do that. Doing that, it kind of drifts. You have to do a different style of chiburi. But
Shiburi is called the blood shaking. It's
you should be able to do any type of chiburi with a sword that you are going to train with.
while these guys are not doing anything, you want to demonstrate some drawing and sheathing.
This thing is so awesome for. That's my cheapest sword, and I judge every sword by this.
This is a
It's insane.
ooh, heard that.
God.
You know,
It's,
it's almost like a tachikaze, like a Tozando,
I know.
Seido, Iaito, you know?
yeah, with the high.
Tozando and Seido are 2 shops in Japan that sell very high-end Iaito.
I'm actually going to Tozando next time I'm in Japan to meet with them.
I'm gonna go.
I'm friends with one of the
At least
top
once.
people.
What's that?
I said I'm gonna have to go there at least once.
No, just go to a normal dojo. They'll have like,
Oh really?
yeah, a good.
That took a second to get used
Do you have any 1,000 layer steel katana? So yeah, we have
Well, I would like to see.
maybe 892 layers and 124 layers. I don't know which ones are which. I never kept count. Hot Pond's trained in Japan. That's pretty cool. Where'd you train?
Probably good for Kaito.
Paperwork and fees and so on. It's actually easier to own a shape than a gun.
I would, yeah.
Can you even own a gun? It's probably the psychological test.
Here?
Can you even own a gun, John?
Yeah, you can. I don't think
Like a
we'll
20.
own guns.
What's the
No,
biggest?
it's primarily shotguns and hunting rifles.
Wow. I thought they were completely illegal.
So,
Hokkaido. Yeah, there was another guy here who was from Hokkaido studying with the Tamura sensei.
yeah. Side by side over under.
I think this is more illegal. I'm not used to this like this long.
Yeah, semi-automatic weapons, you can't run pistols.
Okay.
But
It's a very long sword. That's basically John Smicka in the blue over there. He trains in a style that uses like longer with the okatana.
That's why when you do each
NKKC, what? Nihon Kyokai something. Oh, anyway, just trying to guess. Kokusai, Nihon Kokusai something probably.
like my arm is barely that long.
Welcome, brother. I'm chaining. Oh yeah, here we are.
See, look, when you move this foot back.
Hot Ponds meet Chadwick Mears, both Hokkaido training people.
and Sumitomo's were all machine guns.
So Asiyama Ichinen-ryu.
So for those of you who are just joining, we're just here at RVA Katana on Black Friday weekend, and we have a couple of teachers who are doing some demos.
Oh, I cut myself. How did your sword bite me? Oh wow.
here is, just because he can get you some Dragon King products, this is my favorite one. This is the Dragon King Winter Sun. This is what the Raptor Nam Bokucho Zukuri should have been.
The Raptor is a Hanwei sword.
It's a big Hanwei sword. This is a 30, mine specifically is 30 3/4 with a 13-inch ska. This is a heavy cutter, but it balances very nicely for kata.
So for those of you, when we say heavy cutter, oftentimes there are two ways to look at that. Heavy cutters are usually for thicker targets. So oftentimes we cut tatami mats, and so tatami mats here, I'll actually put it back on them. Tatami mats are can be double wrapped, and there are different grades of tatami. So heavy cutters are meant for like thicker swords.
So this is the one I use for teaching. This is kind of more of a dedicated cutter. You can see how different the profile is there. And then if you want to look on the spine, you can see thickness difference as well.
Sorry differences.
I don't know, this is very straight.
Green Ranger asks, any Nodachi? We do have one Nodachi in stock right now. It is a 90 centimeter, which translates to what, 36 inches, blade, Nagasa, plus the handle is a Nagamaki. So we only have one in stock. No, Green Ranger, you said that totally correctly. Nodachi. So this, okay, so John is going to get the Nodachi to show off.
So I gotta get pretty far back, I think.
He's like my Vanna White, just grabbing stuff and turning.
This thing is almost as tall as me.
And John is 5'10".
Yeah, I am 5'10" and a half.
And the ego adds 10 inches too.
This is
A folded steel. That's a folded steel. It also unokobi zukuri, so you can see it has like a different sort of geometry than the other swords.
So we start here, it transitions there, and then right there it transitions again.
Well, yeah, amongst
And then a massive handle. These are used to decapitate horses in the battlefield.
that is huge. Oh, is that yours?
Give me a Scottish claymore, slice through those blades, and it's a wielder.
Hell yeah! Well, that's when you need some Highlander swords.
Yeah, so say we.
From the Highlander TV series.
Yeah, there could be only one.
There could be only one
More. There could be only one more. They keep making them.
I knew someone who bought a Highlander, Toyota Highlander.
Just put the bumpers. What?
There's a bunch of stick figures in one window sword, everyone else is decapitated.
Okay, send someone check the time just to see how long.
Is there a best steel for mat cutting? Really, it's not about the steel itself, but it is the geometry of the blade. So someone earlier asked about Hirozukuri, and that is a really good mat cutting blade because it doesn't. It's more flatter, so it slides through things really well. So it's really more about the profile of the blade that contributes to mat cutting more than the actual steel. Now you do have some basic steel. You do have some basic steels that are you wouldn't want to use. Like you wouldn't want to use stainless steels. There's that old TV commercial where some guy was trying to do something and cut himself.
This thing's indestructible!
Yeah, exactly that one. But yeah, so is there a best steel for mat cutting? No, it's more about the geometry. There's some steels you do not want to cut with. So for example, the folded steel ones, you can cut with them, but you know, in general, you're increasing your risk of damage compared to a through hardened steel, mono steel. So we have some people who are just a bunch of grown men playing. Dude, what brings you joy? Let people have the fun of their life, you know? If you guys ever open more locations, my city could use one. You know, to be honest, sword sales are not a very profitable business. The only reason why this works is because this is my martial arts school, and I'm able to have these racks that I can wheel in and out. And so we usually use the training space, and then when we're not using the training space, I can just wheel the swords on out. But actually, to open a sword store is pretty expensive. Most of the ones that you'll see in the United States are actually drop ships, where they don't actually have a storefront, but they will take orders and have them shipped from the makers, or some people just have big warehouses.
Hey, did y'all want to borrow this and use that one?
We're gonna do bato with the Yaito, and then we'll do the kumitachi probably with the Kokuroku, I think.
You need to get going soon.
I was doing a noto on your old katana.
Too big.
It wasn't. I had short little arms, so I wasn't prepared for the.
Oh, that extra
Yeah.
You know, I had this
Sorry.
I had this one teacher who taught us this drill where he had us do this.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. My bad. I'm not that. Are you seriously 5'9"?
I'm 5'10" and a half.
Do you guys offer online instruction at all? No, we do not. At least, maybe in the future. At least I wouldn't, but maybe Scott Sensei or hey John, do you do online training for swords? You don't, just for language. Yeah.
There's too much small detail that is just difficult to do online.
Yeah, that's my experience too. Trying to do Zoom Wing Chun classes.
Space, there's no instructor, though, you know?
Spacing, a whole bunch of stuff. It can be very difficult. I tried doing it during COVID, during the shutdown, and it was very difficult, especially for things where you need pair of people.
Did you say especially?
You did say
Especially.
Orchid.
We like to make fun of John's pronunciations of words. Then again, I have some that I screw up too.
When you grow up in an international community, you get all sorts of weird pronunciation.
I said enunciations? What?
Yeah, I couldn't say Kawanakajima for years.
Kawa Nakajima?
Couldn't do it. I couldn't say it right. With the proper intonation.
Yeah.
Name a car and I'll edit it. Okay. Not sure what that means, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. Taro Sensei runs that company. Yeah. I'm a friend of his.
He's awesome.
Oh, these are kata from Kukishinryu, which is a Sobu Bujutsu. Sobu Bujutsu, which means like a comprehensive martial art. It is a style that was founded in 1336 during the Warring State period of Japan. Actually, the Muromachi period would technically be the correct timeline. And so we learn swords and all kinds of cool stuff. But it also makes the assumption that you're wearing armor. So what you'll see in a lot of Japanese sword arts is that there's some that developed in the Edo period where you were dealing more with unarmored opponents versus the ones who were actually fighting during the Warring State periods, not dueling, but they were fighting on a battlefield and were wearing armor. So this is from a Sobujutsu. This is kata number 4. And so every little movement has a meaning to it.
That all 4?
What's up? That's all cool. We're gonna switch back and we can be touched with the Hokuto. We're just timing it right now, so.
All right, so they're gonna. Let's see. Once again, for those of you who are just joining us, we're here at RVA Katana, which is in Richmond, Virginia. It is a pop-up sword store inside my Wing Chun Kung Fu school. We have about 300 swords, different types of swords, and probably about 400 total, with some repeats, so to speak. Production swords. Here, this group is all by a company, Heaven and Earth Forge, which is 1060 steel, some T10 clay tempered steel, and these are starting at about 150. These are in the $100 range. They also have these two 1060 steels for $80 each. And it's an $80 sword. Don't expect it to cut through a car, but it's a pretty decent sword if you want to cut like pool noodles or just have it up on your wall for friends. Here we have wooden swords. Oh, they're back to turning again. We'll put it back. Enough of this. Try to get a good angle so you can see it. I know there's some red tape shipping to Canada with swords. Can you guys ship there? Actually, there really isn't red tape. We've shipped several swords to Canada, and the main thing is that you have to pay an import duty. And then the shipping is a little more expensive. Like most swords shipped in the U.S. max out at about $15 per sword, versus Canada you're looking at $25 per sword.
Yeah, so it's like we went from 56 to 04. So it's like we just did it in around 8 minutes, so without the.
So add in about 2 minutes for bowing in, bowing out. What's 10 minutes?
Yeah, we definitely.
Well, then I'll be taking a look at your website today. Yeah, if you saw anything in the video, also look at the TikTok of a school tour, store tour, and you'll see some swords that aren't on the website just because I'm too lazy and don't have enough time to actually put pictures of everything. Also, not a product photographer. All right.
Hold this for a second. Then come in. Hold this for a second. Then good. Now push. Watch. Hold. Hold it. Hold it. Going in. Then when you cut it. So you need to pause these seconds. Do it again. Do it again. Once again. You're not cutting. You're right. You're cutting.
So this is kind of a cool lesson here. Notice that when he's cutting, it's not the right range.
Now hold here. And come. And as he pushes. Good. Now pull it back. And push. Hold. And then up. So when you come up, when you're here. Okay. All right. When you come up, you want to hold for a second. Then you see it.
Okay.
So if you're going to
It's important. Lesson in any martial art: have your range correct. Safe.
don't go down.
Don't go down until it comes.
You gotta slow it all down. Remember, it's a demo, so people don't do sword, don't know what's going on. So let them see each step of the couple. 1, 2, 3. Okay, don't grab it. Not yet. Don't grab it. You just ducked. You don't know what's coming next. Then this is coming. Then you, boom, the last second.
That's good.
Then you recover.
Oh,
push.
good job.
Hold.
I haven't seen him forever.
Then
Yeah, I saw the strap. I was like, "This is swords." I was like, "Wait, this is my old dojo."
So it started up and basically started selling swords
See where
last year.
I think we just
So
been
when we're not
practicing
training,
on our
we
own
just
for too
go
long.
into
and
the
we just
storerooms
do
and
that
lock them up.
at a faster
Nice.
pace, and we just get used to just not really focus.
I always put you mixed up.
Steven,
gotta
Steven,
put
yeah.
Snow down.
Yeah, because there was Chris and Steven, and I got
That's Chris
all the
Visions.
time.
Oh, he was there too. He was in here like a year or more before me. He saw me. He was calling me Chris.
Yeah, I think I got it up. As
They have a size chart, right?
What's the question?
It's a ton of size.
24.
Being trolled.
Japanese
So,
style.
for somebody, I don't know
Well, I
anything
know,
about
like
swords
race and like
besides what I need to know about what y'all have here.
So basically, almost all my functional
because
swords
I've like changed a long time. I just recently lost
They are
something.
so
full tang, but it's
So
the
it's
tang, but it's the blade goes all the way
Once
here,
that I
to
belt,
the
so I
inside
know
here.
that.
So it gives a lot of support. And they are sharp. So these are all functional swords. Some are more practical than others. Practical in terms of their use of cutting on a basis, as opposed to some are more they're functional. functional, you can use them, but they're more like display. So it really depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. So then, do you want like so here's the other thing, do you want something like historical, something that looks more like how they used to be made in terms of folded stuff, or you can do something that, you know, like there's something that's
I'll look at both.
well, here's the lesson. I love talking about it. This is a traditionally made.
Oh!
You see how it has those little ripples inside there? That comes from the folded steel over and over again. And this was a necessity in Japan back in the back in the day because they did not have good quality iron. So they took the steel and they folded it over again. They cover it with clay, pinch it off,
Yeah, you gotta
heat it,
step when
punch
you
it.
cut.
When steel cools quickly, it's actually harder. So the cutting edge is harder than the spot. If it was all hard throughout, it would snap easily. So you also need to hold it too hard. So you want it to bounce being hard and not so hard. So this is a traditionally made so and there's a certain beauty to these in terms of it has all those ripples, and there's a historical, like if you want to pick it out with your friends, you can tell them the same thing I just told you, show off.
Can I see what the tip looks like?
Just be careful, because that is a real sword.
How do you supposed to hold it?
Turn it over, so
Forward a little bit to draw.
right hand on the top, left hand on the bottom, and then you tilt it a little lower. Either here, under the bottom, or there, wherever. And that's where your leverage is.
Back. Come on.
And technically, the big all there, but that's not. It's more like a tight figure, right? Kind of a piece right there. And that's the way you can.
Okay.
So,
From him.
we actually offer sword classes here.
Don't get-
some of the stuff
No,
right
no,
now.
no, you don't want to buy Obi from him. They're not very good.
This is called iron.
Don't speed up the
Iron
Iron
means I still teach which on here.
We're gonna search on
Iron. We also have some, for example,
the problem with the ones that
copper. So this one is 250, and then if you go up to like copper, it becomes like 265, 275. And then this is like also iron.
So iron.
Yeah, you want to use a kaku over
Iron,
here,
yeah,
4-inch
two
sword.
sides.
I mean, in a pinch, a cut of thing
Copper
will
is
be
more,
more.
and then you have brass.
So it's I'm paying for the material of this
Well,
handle.
from someone.
the biggest thing
Well,
about
you
green
can
is
get
the
Kaku
blade,
Blade from them if
and
you
then it's
want.
the quality of the
Yeah.
blades.
Their price is good, like
The
$35.
fittings like
Or
the
you can
same.
go
This is
copper.
copper.
It's the same
Iron
kaku over
is
every other
brass.
place.
This is
Same
alloy.
manufacturer.
Alloy, it gets like a little nicer, expensive.
What's that?
Kataro.
And then
What's it called?
and
You don't like them?
oh, so this one chance play.
Five.
Alright, just gonna use
So this is a highly decorative.
Yeah.
It's functional. You could cut with it, but it's more
They're
meant to just show.
Got you.
Hey,
So like if I pull that out around somebody knows me when take a
We'll
picture.
keep going down.
it's still a live blade that's 2.5 feet long. I would take it very seriously.
Okay.
I would take it very seriously. So yeah, so one of them that's like sort of you see. We have kind of a bunch of colored blades here. So for example, this is like a lot of women love this blade.
So you usually want one that will
Red
not
lines.
stick out that much, but it's up to you.
Yeah, this, I'm doing full size, and it's going to be black accent, and the thread, the
Colored
trade,
blades.
should be white as well.
One that's
And then they have other ones, they got a whole bunch of different ones, so you'll not want to see all the possible.
We're going to see mine,
and
just
then
plain
this
simple, black and white.
one I believe. What? I thought it was gonna be a different color. Here's a different color. This one is dragon.
Read on if you check online.
We have a lot of
Blue one. Alright, there's a point here.
Basically, blue, red, and black are all
Show
We
that.
will go
colors
over
that
some
are very
examples
so that
that
you
you
can
can
change that color.
So,
This one.
I get them all the time, use them on the radio.
Red Damascus.
Is that a double?
Please don't touch this because your oils will stain the stain the
Orders over $100.
It won't damage the steel over.
And then you can get, you should
We do it over 500 years.
sometimes they list.
But just notice how light that one is compared to the other one. That's because it fits here.
You want to get away from the
It takes a lot
we're
of
not saying on?
So why do
You're not
they just
getting
sit with
sticks.
Yeah. You would notice this one is a lot faster, and this is easier to wet.
Okay.
If you like the sound of this red look to it, we have a lot of, I'm a big fan of red Damascus, so we have a lot of red Damascus. So for example, here's called Harvest Sword. Red Damascus.
But it's the same. So even if I purchase it, I just shouldn't touch it.
You can touch it. You can touch it. The key is after you touch it, it's going to clean it up. I had everyone teaching tons of swords and I have a example also.
What is the what do you clean it with?
So we just wipe it down with microfiber, and then add new layer of oil. That's all.
Like the kind you put in the wok?
That's cooking oil. I think technically you could, but usually like machine oil is better.
3-in-1 oil, gun oil, baby
No.
oil, any of that stuff.
Okay.
I use 3-in-1 oil and regular oil in all my
Okay,
things.
got it. Just got some gun oil.
This one is spiral Damascus.
And you don't need much.
You see little spirals, see the like the lines in it? And so these are a little more display oriented. They are functional, but they are more display oriented.
Which show me the functional ones, the ones where it's like we mean business.
Here's a practical. This is a functional one.
Go for it.
This is one of mine that I'm selling here. So
Go ahead, explain.
I've got like 15 plus. So going through them, trying them out.
Tell them what's functional about that.
So this is functional. This is through
Put a little bit over there.
Oh, sorry. This is through hardened, so it's not a steel. Doesn't have a home on. This is considered.
I broke a corner of a granite countertop with a hardwood boken. Wow, that's pretty tough.
To Tommy, going in your backyard and chopping stuff. This is longer. So this is a 29-inch blade, which is measured from that point to the tip along the spine. 12-inch handle.
Can I see the weight? Like,
Yeah. Here you go.
okay.
And
so this is
you're going to feel there's a heft to it as well. And that prevents flex and other stuff as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't have a body, it's not heat, there's not structural rigidity.
So do I have to get these sharpened?
No, these are sharp.
But like over time, do you ever get
If
them
you do a lot of cutting, you've got to do a serious amount of cutting to get them
sharpened? Okay.
dull.
Okay.
Or, you're chopping enough trees that it gets dull.
Okay.
Yeah, this would be like, what he has, this would be like the heavy-duty heavy cutter type, and one of the longer ones as well.
Okay.
So, I use even longer blades, my blades are better.
Gotcha. So how much is that one?
This is $275.
Okay. So the ones over there at 850, what makes those like more?
This is actually it's been used, so it's 700. I use that because it's This is called Sunlight Damascus. You see the Damascus pattern in that? It's that, and what it is that this is like one piece of hard steel in the middle that's sandwiched as well to softer Damascus, so it has a lot of flex. Push this to remain true.
Okay. Yeah. So how legit was the movie Kill Bill?
Fuck Quentin Tarantino.
On Facebook, and he posts up that all the time.
I posted on TikTok, man. You can see all the whiteys coming out just like, yeah, there you go. Like with the white face.
Is that green sword down there? Is that the Chinese?
Which one?
No, the one above it.
This is the Chinese side of Jian.
Yeah.
To me, the Jian, I actually like the Chinese blades better than Japanese
Yeah.
ones because they have a lot more character.
Because the ones I see in the movies is always like, they always have like a martial arts.
This one is 175. It's manganese steel. Manganese steel is less, it's a little rust, but it is more corrosion resistant than this other type steel. It's timing everything. This one is actually, I got this Chinese Damascus. This one's like 120.
Somebody tried to rob your house, right? Yeah, somebody would pull out a heavy gun. You're like, oh no. But if I see somebody just take the sword and just like this, speed slowly.
No, it's like another.
I'd rather get shot instead.
I'm fine. They are impressive. But a stab is, at close range, at this range, a knife and a sword is better. Because you can cut different angles. You can only shoot one way.
Yeah, the rule is like, this is like, if you're far away, if somebody shoots far away, it's the accuracy that somebody has to have.
Yeah.
If you're like close,
Yeah.
somebody's knife, like,
So that was good.
Yeah. Why do you think?
It's this here. 8.
With every martial art player I've said, it's a very hard to say somebody like the one. But you absolutely have to.
So like,
8.
how do people put them on their walls?
So you can get a wall mount. We have wall mounts here. For $25. You can find them on Amazon for $20 or so. You're about $5 more. But we have wall racks.
That's a
So they all look like that? Or
Chinese energy farming.
We have single racks with like decorative.
Push.
Absolutely.
warrior.
Yep.
Dude,
The best ki I can have is this.
just look at one and let the one make a beat and just toss it.
In your face. You feel that? So your voice, you need to ki out. 8
Do you guys
hold.
like Avatar Blast Airbender?
8 hold. Not.
Is that soccer zone?
Well, this is like soccer sword. Same sort of fitting.
Yeah, not.
Not good.
This one is 200.
Right.
But check this out.
That's like that's the sound of it. I'm not making
This is
fun of
like
it.
soccer sword.
But
On black.
you want these key items to have an impact.
I was about to ask you, if you do the moves, okay. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm gonna-
8
I will be back as soon as.
8 hold.
Where is that?
Hold.
You're seeing it, man.
This is
Hold
been a long time.
Push it all over. The toilet is out of key.
I'll be back
Push
soon.
it
All
out.
right. I hate you. I hate you. All right, we're going to shut this down. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, wait, I'll hold on a little more because Addicted to Blade is here. Addicted to Blade is a cutter. Go check out his TikTok. Also, check out his YouTube, and he does some pretty cool cutting, backyard cutting. He got one of our SX105V swords, which is this one here. I guess that he would recognize it. And so he does some pretty good cutting with it. He sharpened it a little more and does just amazing stuff. He cuts much better than I can. We'll keep it on a little longer. We still have about 50 people watching, so might as well.
So you move your body out of the way here. Just in case. Just in case. So you're kind of.
So for those of you who just come in, we are at RVA Katana, which is my pop-up sword store inside my Kung Fu school. We also have sword classes here as well, but when we're not having classes, we have about 300 swords for sale and on display here.
What you want so fascinating? Gotta let them visualize the come on.
Addicted to Blade, sorry I missed it. No, well, I guess there's no rush. My battery, I still have some battery left here. For those of you who haven't, check out Addicted to Blade here. Go to his TikTok, see some of the cutting he does. He got one of our swords.
Come on. Yeah. Did you see where you're speeding it up?
Towards the end.
Pace it so people can see what you're doing.
Pearson's gonna stop by.
Oh, Pearson's going to stop by?
Yeah.
So,
We'll stop by.
so we have another sword teacher who will be coming here on his way over. So always tons of fun to have sword teachers come, share their knowledge. But it looks like we are done. So thank you all for joining in today. Thank you for watching. And I'm going to be doing lives on most Mondays and Thursday evenings from 7 to 8 p.m. I'm sorry, 8 to like roughly 9 p.m. on Mondays and Thursday evenings. That's Eastern time. So basically the shop is open, swords are out, and I can answer your questions about swords. All right, thanks again.
The last split second possible, because that'll be the shock factor.